It's very kind of you to offer to babysit for us, Mrs. Roper. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, not at all.
Do go through to the lounge.
Oh, thank you.
For God's sake, girl, move on, woman. I'm sorry, I was talking to Anne. Why do some women spend hours and hours prettying themselves up? I mean, you don't, do you?
Well,
Oh, there you are. Please sit down. Would you like a sherry?
Thank you.
We shouldn't be back too late. We're going to see Tom Stoppard's Jumpers.
Oh, really? Well, I hope you enjoy them.
Geoffrey, you'll wake him up making all that noise.
I'm only pouring a sherry. You can hardly hear it.
Hello, Mildred. Thanks so much for coming. Now, Tristram's in the fridge and the sandwiches are in bed.
It's all right, love. I know what you mean.
Oh, come on, we're going to be late.
No, we're not. I'll put your watch on 20 minutes.
Oh, God. We're going to be early.
Look, Mildred, if Tristram comes down and tells you there's a werewolf under his bed, don't believe him.
No.
No, it's in the cupboard. Come on.
Bye. Enjoy yourselves. Oh,
There's a grizzly bear in my toy cupboard.
is there? What happened to the werewolf?
The grizzly bear gets him.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's a bit of luck.
And now he wants a drink of water.
I see. Well, I'll bring him up one in a minute.
And a biscuit.
We'll see. Now go on, up the wooden hill. Go on, off you go.
Oh, it's finally packed up, Mildred. It's been on the blink for years and now it's packed up.
Well, you shouldn't play with it.
I was just adjusting the vertical load, that's all. Now I can't even get a picture.
Will you keep your voice down?
Yeah, I thought I could watch Coronation Street on there.
Yes, why not? Sit yourself down for 24 hours.
Hey?
It's Tuesday, George. He doesn't go out till Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, what is on tonight, then?
Nothing. I came in here to get away from that. Now, if you're going to stay, George, you can sit and talk to me.
Ah, yeah, right. I'll see you when you get back, then.
Will you read me a story?
Hey? Oh, I don't know.
What about the Wicked Witch?
Ah, that's it. Get her to read you one.
George, you know he shouldn't be downstairs.
Well, I didn't bring him down.
He promised to read me a story.
I did not.
Oh, George, now, come on. You must keep your promise.
Yeah, but I didn't. All I said... Oh, God. Oh, yeah, there you go. Right. What was it? The Wicked Witch?
Will you make one up instead?
Hey? Oh. Well, I don't know. Yeah, all right, I suppose so. Right, now then, let's see. Oh, yeah, there was this sock, you see, and it was Scottish, because it came from Scotland. And he was called Jock.
Jock sock.
Yeah, that's it. Jock sock. And there was this other sock, you see, called Sally sock. And one day, Sally said to her husband, Jock, she said, there's a hole in you. Aren't you going to get it mended? And he said, I'll be darned if I do.
I think you better read the book. The Wicked Witch.
Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. Now then. Once upon a time, there lived a king who... What's that word?
Rain.
Who reigned over his kingdom wisely and well.
Here we are. Nice glass of water.
Oh, Chuck.
It's not for you, George. It's for the grizzly bear in the cupboard.
Oh, yeah? Mildred, perhaps you better finish this off.
Good night, Mr. Roper.
Good night, son.
Good night, Jock. Good night, Sally.
Yeah, well, good night from them and all, too.
Well, now, where was he up to?
Can I have a banana?
No, I finally got him off, George. George? George.
Oh, right, yeah.
He was asleep.
Yeah, so was I.
Ah, George. He kissed me good night.
Yeah, he probably did have his glasses on.
Now, look, George. George, it made me think. I mean, is it really too late to have one of our own?
Well, it is a bit. There's a George Roper film on.
Adopting one?
Well, it seemed to be the only way, love. I mean, I don't think George is going to strike oil after all these years.
Oh, you have been trying then?
Oh, yes. On and off, you know. We went to a doctor once. He said there was nothing wrong with us. It's just that we hadn't been blessed. Well, George, mainly. He hadn't been blessed.
Some friends of ours adopted.
Oh, yeah?
Mind you, they were a lot younger than you. That is, they weren't as old as... Have you thought of fostering?
Oh, yes, we did do. But then, you see, you've got to give them back, haven't you, love? You know, a bit like milk bottles. No, I really want one of my own.
Well, it wouldn't do any harm to make some inquiries, Mildred.
All right.
Anyway, I must dash. Get me shopping in before the pound slides again.
I'll see you up. Oh, I must apologise for the hall carpet.
There isn't one.
Yes, that's what I mean. But it is on order. In the meantime, we're just going to have to make do with wall-to-wall floorboards.
Are you serious about this adoption thing?
Oh, yes, love, very. Mind you, the trouble is persuading George.
Gosh, nice meal that, Mildred.
Oh, good, George. More brown ale?
Oh, yeah, tart. Hey, you didn't eat much of it.
No, well, you know, I'm not too fond of tripe and treacle tart. But I know it's your favourite, George.
Oh, yeah. What are you after, Mildred?
Nothing, George. Really?
Yeah, I know you're nothing, really. You have them every fortnight. I've got an headache.
Oh, George. It is not that, George. It's just that, well, I mean, you know I've always wanted a child of my own.
I thought you said it wasn't that.
It isn't. Oh, for heaven's sake, George. George? Have a brandy.
What? Oh, it's up. No, I mean, I've got nothing against kids, Mildred. Well, there was a time when I quite fancied having a little chap. A little fella that looked just like me.
Yes, well, even that.
No, I mean, we could have done things together, him and me. We could have collected shrapnel like I did with my dad.
There's not a lot of shrapnel left, George.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. It might have been nice just once to have heard a little voice call me Daddy.
Daddy.
No, it's not the same coming from you, Mildred.
George. Now, there is another way, George. I mean, I know that it wouldn't be your own child.
What are you getting at?
But we could bring him up as ours.
You're talking about artificial insinuation by what's name, aren't
No, George. No, I am not.
you? Oh, good.
I am talking about this.
Adoption Society.
Right. Dear, oh dear. I've been thinking, George. You could tell him bedtime stories about your socks. You could bounce him on your knee.
You're going to go on all night, aren't you? I can tell you left your teeth in.
They are my own, George. And you are not going to change the subject by provoking me.
You're provoking me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
George, all I want is a final decision.
I've given it to you. No.
That doesn't sound like a final decision to me, George. And then when you've made your decision, George, we can turn the small room into a nursery. Ah, bunny rabbits on the wall. George?
What?
Bunny rabbits on the wall.
Where?
In the nursery, George.
You think I'm going to crack, don't you? You think I'm going to say yes just for a bit of peace?
Of course not.
Well, you're wrong. I am. Where do I start?
No, George, no. I want you to do this for the right reasons.
You what?
You should only do this if you sincerely and genuinely want to bring up a child that you can love and bring up as your own.
But I'm doing it for that, Mildred. because I sincerely and what's the name?
Genuinely.
Yeah, and genuinely want a child that I can love and
bring up.
And bring up as my own.
Right. George, you've talked yourself into it. Oh, he was ever so keen on the idea. He couldn't sleep for talking about it.
Marvellous.
Yes. The only trouble is they need a name as a reference. Well, either a close friend or a neighbour.
Ah.
You see, and most of our close friends, well, they don't care for us. I thought of you.
Well, if you think it would help.
Oh, it would. It really would. Yes.
Are you sure we're doing the right thing? I mean, once you post that application form...
Oh, George, we're not committing ourselves to anything. Oh, besides... I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, if you're sure... Poor little fella. What's your name, then?
Yes.
I would like to call on you at 4:30 this coming Saturday.
Today?
Yes, the 12th. To discuss the matter. Yours faithfully.
Yeah, we couldn't read his signature. We thought it was either Smith or Butterfield.
Oh. Well, could it be, Hitler?
Oh, no. Oh, no, he wouldn't be working for an adoption society.
Oh, Mildred. Yeah, I just had a thought. He might bring it with him, save him making 2 journeys.
Oh. George, he's only come to look at us. For heaven's sake, get those old trousers off.
Oh, yeah, right.
Not here!
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm not easily shocked.
It's not shock I'm afraid of, dear. It's pity. And George?
What?
George, don't walk on the new hall carpet.
Well, what am I supposed to do, edge along the skirting board?
In those boots!
Oh, all right.
Now, what sort of questions do you think this Mr. Hitler Butterfield...
Smith.
Get dressed! What sort of things would you ask, you know?
Well, if you're really worried, Mildred, talk to this friend of ours, Jill, the one who adopted. She's coming round this morning.
Oh. Well, the man who came to see us... Oh, now, let me think. Oh, yes. He asked us how often we went to church.
Yes? Well, we do watch stars on Sunday.
And how my husband felt about children.
Pass.
Well, he asked us all sorts of questions, really. You know, this, that, and the other.
Oh, this and that are all right. The other...
I'm not sure, but I think that's your Amanda crying. Ah, yes, I am sure she is.
Oh, I can't wait to see her. It's ages since I actually held a baby.
Well, now's your chance.
Oh, she's, isn't she? She's gorgeous.
Well, at least you didn't say what most people say.
What's that?
She's black.
Is she? So she is. Oh, I would never have noticed. Well, I would have noticed, but, you know. Oh, she's lovely.
Isn't she just?
Yes.
Excuse me a minute.
Oh, look at those eyes.
Oh, yeah. I can't find my collarbones.
Oh, aren't there your shoulder blades somewhere?
Eh? No. We stiffener things. Mildred, I can't find my collar...
Oh, this is Amanda, George. It's Jill's baby.
It's black.
Yes. Well, would you like to take her? There we are. I think I better get him home. Oh, I'll stiffen your collar for you.
It's all very well, Mildred, but supposing we get one like that. I mean, if I walk down the street with it, everyone would think I've been unfaithful to you.
The other way round, George.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if we got to have one, I want one that looks like me. Well, perhaps without the moustache.
Well, supposing it's a girl.
Oh, then definitely without the moustache.
When this Mr. Butterfield arrives...
Smith.
Oh, right, well, whatever. When he arrives, what do you do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, where's your list? Come on.
Oh, yeah, there we are. Oh, yeah, here we are. I'll say, good afternoon, and I offer him a cherry.
Sherry, George.
Oh, yes, cherry. At the same time, giving him a pleasant smile.
Oh, my God.
For the rest of the interview, I sit up straight and try not to do anything disgusting.
Yes?
Good afternoon. Mr. Formile.
Yes.
My name is Trubshaw. I'm a social worker for the local adoption society.
Yes. Very worthy cause.
No, sorry. I'm here with reference to your reference. Oh, perhaps I should have phoned first.
Oh, no, do come in, please.
Thank you.
I should have mentioned this.
Mentioned what?
This.
Since I was calling on Mr. and Mrs. Roper, I thought I might as well call on you as well.
Well, that's very sociable of you.
Yes. Here we are. Now, I understand that you are prepared to say that the Ropers would make first-class parents,
No.
Yes.
No.
Jeffrey, please do sit down. We just want to, in the hall. Won't take a moment. Just say yes.
It seems a moment ago, when I said no, that I meant yes.
Mrs. Roper would make a wonderful mother.
And Mr. Roper?
Oh, he would too.
Would you describe them as trustworthy, responsible members of the community?
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you. Trustworthy, responsible?
Well, yes. Yes, I would. Yes, indeed, yes. Yes.
1 year is sufficient. And how long have you known them?
Oh, well, it's at least, are you sure you wouldn't like a cup of tea? Now, George, now, just remember, we must make a good impression on him. So whatever you do, don't act natural.
Right, you are?
No, if he asks any questions, George, let me answer them, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Right.
Mrs. Roper,
Yes.
good afternoon. I'm from the Adoption Society.
Yes. Please, come in.
Thank you.
New hall carpet.
Right.
Please go in.
Thank you.
Sit. We actually couldn't make out your name on the form. We thought it might be Smith or Butterfield.
Trubshaw.
Oh, I knew it was something like that. This is my husband, George, Mr. Roper.
Good afternoon.
How do you do? Marvellous weather for the time of year, isn't it?
I think my wife better answer that question.
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
Would you care for a sherry?
It's very kind, but... No.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No. I should explain that we have a very careful selection procedure.
Well, quite right. We don't want any old rubbish.
We select the prospective parents, which brings me to the form you filled in, Mrs. Roper.
Oh, yes.
You give your age as, 35.
Yes.
Yes. Purely a formality, of course, but we shall require a sight of your birth certificate.
Oh, I'm afraid that was destroyed in the Blitz in 1940.
You weren't born in 1940.
Oh, yes, I was. No, what I actually meant was that I was 35 and, a few months.
How many months?
About, you know,
I beg your pardon?
about 100.
So that would really be 43.
And a few months.
Yes. Do either of you have any experience with small children?
Oh, yeah, I was surrounded by them for years.
Really?
Yeah, when I was at school.
He means recently, George. There is the little boy next door. We often babysit for them. Well, once.
That would be the 4 Miles. Mr. 4 Miles says he's only known you and your husband for 5 weeks.
Oh, really? It seems much longer.
That's what he said. Yes. Well, I must say that, taking into account everything that you've said, I think I must say that I would like a cup of tea. I'm awfully sorry, but as I said, with your age and lack of experience...
Ah, well, there you go. Worth a try, eh?
Quite.
Waste of a cup of tea, but that's life.
Yes. Well, goodbye.
Yeah, right. Well, goodbye. You're not upset, are you, Mildred?
No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not, George.
Well, you look upset.
Oh, leave it, George.
Well, look at it this way. It's not too late to have one of our own.
What?
Well, I mean, you're only 35. and don't do that. It was a joke. I thought it'd cheer you up.
Oh, leave me alone.
Yeah, all right. I'll leave you alone. I'll just go down to the pub. I'll see you later. Mildred? Mildred, you upstairs? Ah, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm all right, George.
I could see you were upset, you know.
Yeah, well, I was a bit disappointed, you know, that's all.
Yeah, I thought as much. So, I bought you this, Mildred. But it's not the same, I know, but you've always wanted one and you can cuddle it.
Oh, George.
And,
Oh, he's lovely.
it's all yours.
Yes.
Oh, you'll need this. He's just done a whoopsie on your new hall carpet.